This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Tonight, August 2nd, 2017. This is your official NXT review for tonight's show. And what a show it was tonight, man. Holy shit. The debut of Kyle O'Reilly against Alistair Black. We got a damn good show tonight, especially with the women. Asuka and Ember Moon coming face to face in a nice little cat fight tonight. NXT was easily, well, I don't know, SmackDown was pretty good last night. Easily better than Monday Night Raw. This week, I'd say it's SmackDown, NXT, and then Monday Night Raw to round out the week. But NXT was a damn good show as always. It was the first set of new TV tapings as we head right on into NXT TakeOver Brooklyn number 3 in just a couple of weeks. Headlined by Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. If you guys missed my Monday Night Raw and my SmackDown review, they are both live on the channel right now. Both will be within this video in the annotation that you guys see in the top right corner of your screen. If you guys want some video game content, I got some Call of Duty stuff and some Fire Pro Wrestling stuff on the channel as well. If you guys want to go check that out, they will also be linked within this video in the annotation. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at JDFROMNY206, please hit that subscribe button down below and that bell. Turn on all notifications so you guys are made aware of any time I do indeed upload a video on this channel. If you guys want to support the podcast and the channel, Patreon is the best way to do that. Patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Thank you guys so much for all your support with the Patreon page. You guys are fucking beast. Thank you to everybody that came out to the live stream today on Twitch. We streamed for 2 hours. We watched some NXT. We did a Q&A. We listened to some cool music. We had some cold beverages. You guys are fucking beasts. Thank you for the new followers on there. And thank you to everybody that donated, man. You guys absolutely fucking killed it tonight with the donations. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I'll leave you all my information down in the description of this very video. Let's talk about some NXT, man. News and rumors to start NXT's week off. I apologize for not doing NXT review last week. I was busy. I went to go see the band Hell Yeah in concert in New York City, so there was no NXT review last week. We're back at it again this week. So I missed some news and rumors. So we're going to go over those news and rumors, then we're going to get into the show tonight, man. Donovan DiJack signing with NXT. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I am in no way a goon. I don't watch Ring of Honor, but I am not familiar with his work. I don't know who he is, but from the people that I know who watch Ring of Honor and are familiar with his work, everybody says that this guy is the real deal and that he would fit perfectly in NXT. Anybody that comes in will fit perfectly in NXT. It's just the way things are run in NXT. But Donovan DiJack, another major independent name, could be making his way to NXT. According to a report from the New Age Insiders, independent superstar Donovan DiJack may be transitioning his way into NXT. He hinted at this rumor on an exclusive interview that he recently conducted with them. DiJack is most known for his time in Ring of Honor, where he was the winner of the 2015 Top Prospect Tournament. He announced his departure from the company on February 12th of this year via Twitter, leading many to speculate where his future may lie. And I quote, "Thank you, Ring of Honor. All of the promotions around the world, the Ring of Honor locker room, and the fans will always hold a special place in my heart. While last night was special, I'll never forget the lasting memories from my 2+ years and all of the opportunities that were afforded to me because of it. When I started at Ring of Honor, I was nobody with potential, and I will always be grateful that they decided to take a chance on me. Even though my last night was my final Ring of Honor match for the foreseeable future, Ring of Honor will forever be a defining piece of Donovan DiJack." And that was posted on February 12th, 2017 at 11 a.m. Prior to Ring of Honor, DiJack competed for Chaotic Wrestling, where he won the Heavyweight Championship in October 2014. According to a report from Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer newsletter, DiJack had an offer from WWE in January 2017. However, the company pulled the contract due to a threat of legal action from Ring of Honor. So that is the latest on him coming in. You know, everybody that leaves Ring of Honor and is done with Ring of Honor has 90 days grace period, 90-day no-compete clause. So if that was it, if that was made on February 12th, that's March, April, May. So you got more than enough time. We're in August now. We're in August, so if he is indeed coming to the WWE, that time has elapsed. He has nothing to worry about, and he'll fit in right in with NXT. The next set of newcomers to come into NXT are going to start filtering in December, and that includes Donovan DiJack, probably. It might include Adam Cole. Leo Rush is another one. NXT's looking mighty fucking impressive, man. I'll tell you that right now. If you guys are not watching NXT, I highly urge you to start picking up your WWE networks and picking up the remote control and turning on the WWE network, because you don't want to miss NXT. It's becoming the place to be, and I told you guys, give NXT some time to get back to where they wanted to be, and now they're finally appearing to be getting there. And by the end of this year into 2018, NXT is going to look very, very reminiscent of what was the hottest period with NXT back just a few years ago, when you had the Kevin Owens and the Sami Zayns and the Finn Balor's and the Joes and the Nakamura's. So just make sure you guys are keeping an eye on NXT, man. They're doing some big things, and it's going to be very interesting to see. Someone in NXT was actually injured at a live event. Hopefully it's not too serious. Always, you guys know, when you step into the wrestling ring, there's always a threat of potential injury. It could be something as simple as a black eye, or something as severe as a torn ACL, like Tommaso Ciampa earlier this year. Unfortunately, it looks like another wrestler has been bitten by the injury bug. According to Wrestling Inc., Buddy Murphy suffered some sort of ankle or leg injury in a tag team match at the NXT house show in Cocoa, Florida on Thursday. Murphy was teaming with Cassius Ohno, and that was against Hideo Itami and the Velveteen Dream when he went down early in the match. After being tended to by the trainer, Murphy was forced to leave despite wanting to continue. You know, it sucks when anybody does get hurt. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know what they could be doing with Buddy Murphy on WWE television right now for NXT, but I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware that Buddy Murphy was injured at a WWE NXT live event in Cocoa, Shawn Michaels Florida, to produce first loop of NXT live events. Shawn Michaels joined the NXT coaching staff earlier this year. Has been working at the WWE Performance Center in Florida for a few months now. However, he has a new role in the company, and that means he'll be on the road again in the very near future. Now, according to PW Insider and Mike Johnson, Michaels will be serving as a producer on the upcoming NXT Midwest Tour as the producer for 3 shows. This is the first time that Michaels will be acting as a producer for any form of WWE show. There is no word on if he'll be making an appearance before the live NXT crowds. NXT is in good hands, man. That's what that means. You know, with WWE having this type of mind working for their company, the company is going to be in good hands, man. Michaels is a top-level talent, right? Obviously, Michaels' style is something that we all love and adore and miss. So Michaels rubbing off on the talents that are working out of the Performance Center, man, that's like hitting the fucking lottery without actually having a fucking ticket. I mean, you're in the Performance Center, you're training, you're working your way through the WWE ranks, and you got Shawn Michaels teaching you along the way, and then he's producing shows. He knows how to get shit done. He knows how WWE wants things to be. With his mind and his vision and his passion for the product and the business, it's a win-win situation for everybody, man. But, you know, you don't put a price on that type of thing. The young kids learning in the Performance Center, having Shawn Michaels there training them and teaching them, Jesus Christ, man. You know, if you want to be a professional wrestler, the Performance Center is where you want to be. NXT is going to be in good hands. NXT tonight, August 2nd, 2017. Very, very good show, man. Crowd was lively. First set of TV tapings as we head towards TakeOver Brooklyn #3 in New York City. Just over 2 weeks left to go. Things are moving along very nicely. Show opened up with Johnny Gargano versus Raul Mendoza. Now, if that name sounds familiar to you, it does, because Raul Mendoza was in the Cruiserweight Classic. He was eliminated in the first round of that tournament. Johnny Gargano, he's by himself. Obviously, as you guys know, this is his return to the ring after that split from Tommaso Ciampa at TakeOver Chicago. By himself, he's got some new theme music. He came out to the original DIY theme music, but then the video stops and it shows the new video package for Johnny Gargano, the new theme song. And I'll tell you this, man. The theme song that DIY had is iconic. I love it. I think it fits Gargano better. But the new one, kind of growing on me, man. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of growing on me, and it does fit him. I said it on the stream tonight on Twitch. It does fit him very well. You guys know how I feel about Johnny Gargano. I think he's one of the most underrated talents in WWE. The guy can sell his ass off. One of the best, if not the best, babyface underdog characters in WWE in general. The guy can sell his ass off. If you guys want the makings of a modern Daniel Bryan, a current Daniel Bryan, Johnny Gargano is your man. This match went 5 minutes, very fast-paced, very high-flying. Raul Mendoza at the end hits an enziguri. He goes up to the top rope. He dives right into a crossface, a modified crossface, and Johnny Gargano makes him tap. So Johnny Gargano wins his debut, man. Pretty safe stuff here. Nothing too crazy. There was no distractions. There was no interference to set up first feud for Johnny Gargano. So he just wins. Taps him out, crossface. Raul Mendoza taps out at 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Johnny Gargano gets the win. Good to see Johnny wrestling back in the ring. Authors of Pain are, I don't know where the fuck they are. I don't know whether they're in a haunted house. I don't know. It looks like they were in the fucking House of Horrors. There was raindrops coming down from above. Looks like shadowy figures walking in the back. I don't know where the fuck these guys were. But Paul Ellering is with them and says the authors will write the chapter at Brooklyn. Until then, be prepared because the monsters are real. And he's mentioning Sanity. Looks like we are getting Sanity versus the Authors of Pain at TakeOver Brooklyn for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Not really something that I am looking forward to. But if Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf are going to be vying for the Tag Team Championships, I like the potential interaction between Killian Dane or either Razor and Akam. So I think that could be very intriguing come NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. But Paul Ellering says the authors will rewrite the chapter at Brooklyn. Be prepared because the monsters are real. Asuka makes her way to the ring, and she had a microphone. Normally when Asuka has a microphone, it's cringe time. But Asuka is getting better with her English, man. Every word was heard legibly. We heard her clearly. She was in typical Asuka mode. She had that cocky, bitch-like walk. She's like, I'm the fucking shit here in NXT. Nobody can touch me. Asuka, with something to say, keeps it very simple. That's the way it should be when Asuka's got a microphone. Saying that she's beaten Ember Moon before and Ember isn't ready to face her again. Simple stuff. Ember Moon comes down wearing a t-shirt and jeans in street clothes. She says she knows that she is ready. The crowd knows that she's ready. Just like Asuka knows that she's ready. Asuka is just fooling herself. Asuka then offers a handshake, but she slaps the fucking taste out of Ember Moon's mouth. Holy shit. Ember Moon delivers a forearm stiff shot right to Asuka's face. Ember was getting in some right hands. She ate a huge kick from Asuka right to the face. Asuka then poses with the title. She's backing up trying to leave the ring. She threw Ember Moon to the outside. Ember Moon, in the meantime, like she's trying to get back into the ring, she climbs the top rope. Asuka's trying to leave the ring. Asuka gets nailed with the Eclipse. Knocked her out cold. Ember Moon then looks down at the Women's Championship. She said she won't be touching it until she earns it. So Ember Moon gets the shit kicked out of her and then comes back with a brutal-looking Eclipse on Asuka, and she took out the Women's Champion. Just 2 weeks left to go before TakeOver Brooklyn, man. If that didn't get you excited for their match in 2 weeks, I don't know what will, man. That was fantastic stuff right there between Ember Moon and Asuka. And just by watching that, it's clear as day what is missing from the women on the main roster for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Look at the intensity of Ember Moon and Asuka. Look at the physicality between Ember Moon and Asuka. There is a deep-rooted issue there. Ember Moon wants revenge. She lost to Ember Moon at WrestleMania weekend, TakeOver Orlando. She wants it back. She got hurt. She's trying to fight her way back. Asuka's like, I have no more competition. I beat everybody. Ember Moon's like, listen, I'm getting another shot. I'm ready. You ain't beating me for a second time. So there is an issue here. There's a storyline underneath all this shit, there's an intensity, there's a rivalry, there's a meaning here. You know, this is what's missing from the main roster stuff. And if that didn't get you excited for the pay-per-view, I don't know what will, man. That was very, very good stuff. Asuka sounded good. She looked good. Ember Moon is better with her promos when she's intense. When she's just, you know, trying to be bubbly and nice and smiley. Not working, man. Your name is Ember Moon. You got fucking red contacts in your eyes. You don't need to be nice and bubbly and smiling. You need to be intense. So she's finally, after all these months, finally getting the picture. Ember Moon sounds better when she is intense. Asuka is just a bitch, and I love it. She's a cocky bitch. And Asuka should not lose this match. We'll talk about that as we get to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. But this was a fantastic segment by both women involved. Bobby Roode talks about proving that he's a better man than Roderick Strong. He's always got to get some snide remarks into Roderick Strong. He's got a match with Drew McIntyre. He's here shit-talking Roderick Strong. But, of course, Roderick Strong wants to play the lottery again. As for Drew McIntyre, Bobby is more than willing to have a chat with him in the ring next week. Roode goes on to leave, and then all of a sudden, Roderick Strong charges into the interview room and is being held back by the NXT talent that's backstage. He is trying to fight his way through these wrestlers as they're holding him back. Bobby Roode escapes with the championship. He takes his microphone off. He runs through the curtain. He escapes a possible attack by Roderick Strong. William Regal then comes in. Security comes in. They break it up. And he'll do anything to face Bobby Roode. William Regal says you have to go about this in a more professional way. Roderick Strong will do anything because he's making fun of Roderick Strong's family, is Bobby Roode. You know, William Regal says, listen, my hands are tied. The match is already made for Brooklyn. We got Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre. What do you want me to do? Roderick Strong wants Bobby Roode, and William Regal doesn't know what to do right now. Roderick Strong has had enough of Bobby Roode mentioning his wife, his family, his kid, you know, and the type of man that he is. This is great stuff. This is great stuff. Simple stuff that makes you want to see Roderick Strong beat the shit out of Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is such a good heel that he is making you care about Roderick Strong because he's saying all the right things. He's getting under Roderick Strong's skin. He's making fun of his wife or making passes at his wife. He's making fun of his kid. He's telling Roderick Strong that he's nothing but a mediocre, you know, talent at best. He's a good hand on the roster, but he's not championship material. Obviously, if you're a man, you're going to defend your family. You're going to defend yourself. You want to prove yourself, you know, to Bobby Roode that you're more than just a handy talent in the back, just, you know, wanting to get by, that you're championship material. So everything that Bobby Roode is doing, and this storyline in general, is making Roderick Strong look all that much better. We haven't seen Roderick Strong in the ring for a couple weeks now, but him in these segments is making you care about him. And that's what I like. Simple. NXT is doing everything right now with Roderick Strong. Bobby Roode is another story. He's got Drew McIntyre. We got to worry about Drew McIntyre first. I would not take the title off of Bobby Roode just yet. I would not. I think Drew McIntyre needs at least one match with Bobby Roode under his belt and then a potential championship victory over Bobby Roode. Drew McIntyre hasn't really done anything right now but really fight Killian Dane. He cut a great promo last week about how this is going to be his NXT. He got the crowd riled up. The intensity was there in Drew McIntyre's promo. I just don't think it's ready for a title reign yet for Drew McIntyre. Give it at least one match. Have it end in some fuck finish. You know, have it end in some screw job fashion. Foot underneath the rope. Something behind the referee's back. Something like that. That will warrant another rematch. And then you could probably include Roderick Strong in that as well. Or if you even want to take the fucking title off of Bobby Roode and have Roderick Strong do it. Have Roderick Strong kind of be that transitional champion, that he finally beat Bobby Roode, and that sends Bobby Roode back into the main roster, and then you can have Drew McIntyre take the title off of Roderick Strong. Imagine the match that those two guys would put on. So WWE's got some wiggle room here with all three of these guys. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do as far as the decision goes for TakeOver in Brooklyn. But Drew McIntyre and Bobby Roode is the match. This was a great segment with Roderick Strong trying to get his hands on Bobby Roode. He is the wild card here, man. He is the intriguing part of this. Where is he going to fit in? I thought they were going to make a triple threat match. I thought William Regal was going to declare this a triple threat match at TakeOver, but he did not. He's keeping it a one-on-one match with Rude and McIntyre. But where Roderick Strong fits into all this, man, very, very interesting stuff, and I'm liking it a lot. Sonia Deville versus Jenna Van Bommel. Don't know who that is. Sonia Deville seems to be WWE's next pet project in the women's division. This match ended in 2 minutes with a triangle choke. Sonia Deville made Jenna Van Bommel tap out. Nothing special here. I don't know where Jenna Van Bommel came from. I don't know her previous stint. Some of you in the chat were saying that she was in the Mae Young Classic. I don't think so. But if you guys know who she is or where she came from, let me know in the comments down below. Sonya Deville, triangle choke, 2 minutes and 6 seconds, makes Jenna Van Bommel tap out. Hideo Itami was being interviewed by one of the random females that work behind the curtain in NXT. Hideo Itami is tired of not being respected, so he's not going to respect anyone. He rants in Japanese. He takes the microphone from the interviewer. He storms through the curtain. He goes into the ring, holds the show hostage. He is standing in the middle of the ring, talking Japanese, ranting in Japanese, and then he starts yelling at the crowd, saying that he deserves respect. Everybody should show him respect. So the heel turn for Hideo Itami after last week and Cassius Ohno is complete. Hideo Itami is now 100% full-fledged heel. There's no better way to make a crowd hate you than by telling them what they have to do when they don't want to do it. Hideo Itami says, you should show me respect, right? I don't gotta show you nothing. So the crowd's gonna boo him. Simple ways to get someone over as a heel. I like it. I like it a lot. He doesn't care who's next, but then all of a sudden, Alistair Black comes out, makes his full entrance. Hideo Itami standing in the ring. They stare each other in the face. Alistair Black standing there in his vest, right? He just made his entrance. Hideo Itami is about to walk out of the ring, and then he quickly turns around as if he was going to attack Alistair Black, and out of nowhere comes the Black Mass. He levels Itami, lays him out cold. One shot. The Black Mass is going to end up being the new RKO, man. It's coming out of nowhere. You don't know when it's going to land, where it's going to come from. It's just going to fucking nail you, and it's going to knock you out cold. I'm loving what NXT is doing with Alistair Black right now. Looks like we got another TakeOver match in the books. Alistair Black versus Hideo Itami, and that's going to be a damn good fucking match, man. That's going to be something that could steal the show. So I'm very much looking forward to that at TakeOver Brooklyn. This led to Alistair Black sitting in the ring, and we had our first NXT debut for the new set of tapings. We've seen Bobby Fish the last set of tapings, and now his tag team partner in Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, made his NXT debut against Alistair Black, and they gave these guys 23 minutes in the main event, man. Holy shit. Was this a hard-hitting match, man? I can't even describe to you what this match was. You got to go back and watch it. Kyle O'Reilly, New Japan, Ring of Honor, former Ring of Honor champion. Crowd went crazy when Kyle O'Reilly came out. Crowd was stunned. Some of the people they did close-ups on, they were very shocked to see Kyle O'Reilly in WWE, let alone in NXT. Comes out with some really, really great-sounding theme music. They got it right. Sounds very good. He fits like a glove in NXT, and he fit like a glove in the ring with Alistair Black, man. Feeling out process to start the match out. You know Kyle O'Reilly. You know, the submission holds, the ground-based attack, those big knees, the overhand rights, the open palm slaps, the fucking spinning forearms, that strong style that we're familiar with Kyle O'Reilly. Very, very present here in this match with Alistair Black. And you know what? Alistair Black, being that type of guy, he ate all of Kyle O'Reilly's attack, and then he delivered some of his own medicine back to Kyle O'Reilly, man. This was a very, very hard-hitting match. Easily Alistair Black's best match. Easily his toughest challenge to date. But the main thing here, even though Kyle O'Reilly lost, by default, Kyle O'Reilly looked fucking fantastic in this ring tonight. You know, even though he was a loser in tonight's match, he was made out to look much better than anybody imagined. Even though he lost, he still came out a winner, man, because it showed what this guy is absolutely capable of doing one-on-one with anybody on NXT's roster. And then it shows you the type of talent that he is and the type of talent that Triple H has brought into NXT, man. This guy's going to be a major player for NXT. He continues doing stuff like he did tonight with Alistair Black. He's going to be a major player in NXT. Where does he fit? Obviously, to me, where Kyle O'Reilly fits is with Bobby Fish, with Red Dragon in the tag team division. NXT's top of the card right now is looking very, very crowded. Very crowded. And then when you got Adam Cole coming on in, it's going to be even more crowded. When you got the rumors of Donovan DiJack coming in, it's going to be even more crowded. So NXT could use Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in the tag team division right now. You got Heavy Machinery. You got Authors of Pain, right? You got the Street Profits coming in. You got Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss if they want to use them. TM61 is about to return. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon. I'm hearing War Machine is coming on in to NXT. That's the latest rumor. War Machine's going to come on in. If WWE is patient, and if WWE waits a few months here, their tag team division in NXT can go from basically nothing to probably the best in all of WWE. And that is when we all complained with DIY breaking up, right? We didn't want to see DIY breaking up. Revival got moved up to the main roster. American Alpha got moved up to the main roster. NXT's tag team division was at best, at its best, it was the best tag team division in all of WWE. And then it got withered down to nothing with all the promotions up to the main roster. If WWE really wants to make use of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and maximize what they got in both men, start them off with Red Dragon. Put them in the tag team division. Let that tag team division flourish a little bit. And then when you have more than enough teams where you are able to break them away, I would love to see Kyle O'Reilly break out on his own and go into a singles run. And even Mauro Ranallo tonight said, I would love to see Kyle O'Reilly and Alistair Black develop a long-lasting feud in NXT. That's how good this match was tonight. Damn good fucking match. Black Mass literally came out of nowhere. Alistair Black was firing off more strikes, charges into a jumping knee delivered by O'Reilly. Vicious stuff. Not that it really mattered. O'Reilly turned around, ate a Black Mass. It came out of nowhere, man. Like I said, Black Mass is the new RKO. It comes out of nowhere. It comes before you even expect it. It's knocking you out cold, man. This match went 23 minutes. Alistair Black and Kyle O'Reilly looked fantastic in tonight's match in the main event. Highly, highly recommend you guys go back and watch it on the WWE Network. Kyle O'Reilly takes a loss but looks fantastic in defeat. Alistair Black remains undefeated in NXT, looking like he's got a showdown with Hideo Itami at TakeOver Brooklyn. As far as Johnny Gargano goes, he might be, I would have him on the show for sure, number one. Number two, I would put him with Andrade Cien Almas. That's what I would do. I think that would be a fantastic match. That's a match that could steal the show. So TakeOver Brooklyn's looking pretty damn fucking good, man. Pretty damn good. You got the tag team title match. You got the Authors of Pain and Sanity. You got Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre. Asuka versus Ember Moon. You got Alistair Black versus Hideo Itami. And rumored Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas. Possible debut of Adam Cole, baby. I don't know. So NXT TakeOver, man, looking mighty, mighty impressive. NXT as a whole, damn good show tonight. And I'm loving the direction of NXT right now on the WWE Network, man. If you guys are not watching NXT, if you're not signed up to the network, NXT is worth it every month, by far. I love this show, and they're doing things the way it should be done with the WWE, man. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you enjoyed the news at the beginning of the show. Thank you all so very much for everything, your support. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and that bell for your notifications. Follow me on Twitch. Make sure you guys tune into the live streams every Wednesday and pay-per-view Sundays for live reactions. I would love to do it for Monday Night Raw, but I don't have a television in here. So we got to figure something out with that. I'd love to do live Raw reactions for you guys, and even on SmackDown as well. But thank you guys for the donations. Thank you for all the new members for the Patreon page, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. And I will be back with something tomorrow. We'll figure something out. But tomorrow, I'll be recording episode 183 of Off the Script. Thank you guys so much. I'm JD. Make it a great Wednesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with more content right here on the channel. I'll talk to you later.